Welcome home, movie lovers. In today's video, I am going to be ranking all 5 Toy Story movies up to this point, from my least favorite to absolute favorite. But before we get ahead of ourselves, if you find yourself stopping by on my YouTube channel for the very first time, I want to say welcome home to you. Whether you're a movie fanatic like myself or simply wanting to know whether you should check out a movie or not, you, my friend, have a friend in me, because my mission is no greater than to keep the spark of cinema alive and celebrate it with every single person that wants to be a part for the ride. And it all starts when you hit like, comment, and subscribe onto this YouTube video. That would be greatly appreciated. I also highly encourage you to follow me on all of my other social media platforms. Those include my Instagram, X, as well as my Letterboxd and TikTok. Thank you guys so much in advance, and grazie. I can almost guarantee that you're gonna disagree with several, if not all, of my placements of my personal list, which is why I would love to hear your ranking of all 5 of the Toy Story films. Out of courtesy to you guys and giving you the most honest possible ranking, I did just do a rewatch of all 4 films leading up to Toy Story 5, and let me just start off by saying that watching these movies as an adult felt like falling in love with these movies all over again. Obviously, the nostalgia was still there, but just watching it through an adult lens made me look at these films in a new and refreshing way. Even my last place movie is a good one, and it's a testament to the Toy Story franchise that is going on 31 years strong at the time of this video coming out. These aren't going to be full elaborate movie reviews. If you guys wanted to check out my expansive thoughts, follow me on my Letterboxd. I put a lot of time and energy into writing all of my thoughts down, and yeah, let's get started. Coming in at my number 5 spot is going to be Toy Story 4. When a franchise is of this caliber, even the floor isn't too shabby. As of late, I've been noticing people on both polarities, people defending this film saying it's overhated, and also people that have it in their last place spot, just like myself. But I will also be that person to say Toy Story 4 is not a bad movie. It's just the film that I least connect with, which is exactly why I will gladly call a spade with Toy Story 4, because it just wasn't designed to match the highs of the first 3 films. Although, a lot of people really defend the closing moments, without getting into spoilers, with Woody's character and the resolution that he finds himself in. And there's a couple different reasons why I have this sitting at my last place spots. First of which, the new characters are cool and all, but they mostly serve as plot devices. And unfortunately, that comes at the cost of sidelining the OG beloved characters. Plus, making the story itself less cohesive and a tad more all over the map. This is going to be a recurring rationale why I have some movies higher over others. For me, I gravitate towards Toy Story films where the gang is together. It's not as scattershot, where this character's over here and this one's doing that and others are getting sacrificed in the process. I'm already anticipating some defenders of Toy Story 4 in my comment section. If you are one of those people that believes that I should have it higher on my list, plead your case. Let me know. Number 4, this might be a shock to some of you, because I see in some of your lists that this is your number 1 Toy Story film. Before I tell you why, at my number 4 spot, we have Toy Story 2. Whoo, am I bugging? Am I bugging? Even though, in my eyes, it's not the most inviting adventure to latch onto, the charm and heart that is beating throughout all these movies remain intact. And before elaborating on Toy Story 2 being at my number 4 spots, I want you guys to know that I really like it. And much of what makes the first film special gets carried over here. But where this one trips up a bit is within the structure, as Woody's character in particular spends the majority of the time trapped in a room and boxed in. And then you have the other side of the coin with the gang going on this mission and adventure to save Woody that struggles to maintain steady momentum. So until these plot points finally unite in place, I find the pacing to be rather stagnant. In a franchise with otherwise great villains to various degrees, I always found both Stinky Pete and Al to be the weakest and probably the most insufferable and annoying ones in the bunch. Even as a kid, I always just thought like, dude, you're not intimidating whatsoever. Now, all things considered, Toy Story 2 definitely knows how to start and finish. It just stinks that the middle act isn't as gripping. So it comes in at my number 4 spot. Number 3 goes to the newly released Toy Story 5. I wholeheartedly realize that this may just be recency bias at play, but this one delivers that fresh new angle that I was personally looking for. That is very timely to what is going on today, and also provides multiple unique and creative stylistic choices that immediately makes this one stand out. I'm not gonna talk about this one too expansively because I did just drop my full expansive movie review on it, which you can go and check out. I'm gonna be linking in the description of this video. But the Spark Notes version of why I have this in my top 3 of this franchise is number 1, making Jessie the emotional centerpiece was one of the smartest possible things that the creative team behind this one could have done, because we have seen plenty Woody and Buzz Lightyear adventures, but Jessie was always a character that was in the background ad-libbing a lot of the times. This is her character front and center, and she gets a lot of payoff from previous films, and also in this one, she has something that comes full circle by the end that is extremely satisfying. Beneath the technology versus the toys big ticket premise, the messaging is something that will cater to both children and adults. It is a story about friendship, acceptance, and embracing and finding the people that love you for you. Second of which, Andrew Stanton injects this with a really cool spin on the toys' perspective when Bonnie is playing with them, and we get multiple sequences of this creative choice, and I loved all of them. There's also a Buzz Lightyear arc that is quite cute and wholesome by the end, so this is definitely one that may go lower on my list if I watch it again, but as it stands, there's just a little more going for it than the previous 2 films on my list. So for all those reasons, it comes in at my number 3. Due to a process of elimination, that leaves 2 movies left on this list that I believe to be both perfect. So the quality is razor thin from one another. So as it stands, following the footsteps of Toy Story 5, we have the original Toy Story at my number 2 spot. A Pixar masterpiece that captures the themes such as insecurity and jealousy better than almost any other film out there. Because if we don't confront these feelings head on, they alter our thinking, promote irrational behavior, thus pin us against the people who genuinely have our backs. Watching the original Toy Story as an adult landed in a way that it never did as a kid. Looking past how well it channels human emotions and motifs via toys, this film never fails to make me look back and just reminisce about how I used to see the world. As redundant and cliched as this statement is to say, I didn't realize how much of my childhood I actually took for granted. Before cell phones were even a thing, it was collecting Pokemon cards and knocking on my neighbors' doors asking them to play. You know, much simpler, freer, and more adventurous times those were. So yeah, just to reel it back in, all is to say, of course, that while the visuals haven't aged the best, everything else is pitch perfect. It is a landmark for animation and ages like fine wine. Revisiting this as an adult, cut just as deep, if not more, with its themes, and it's simple, sweet, to the point. For all those reasons, it comes in at my number 2. Which leaves my number 1, the crown for the best movie of this franchise that I don't ever see getting dethroned, goes to Toy Story 3. No matter how ready we think we are saying goodbye to our childhood, the truth is we never are. Nothing in this life lasts forever. And it's one of life's hardest pills that we have to swallow. Every time I tell myself I'm ready, prepared, embracing for impact, Toy Story 3 is one of the short list of examples where it never fails to absolutely wreck me. Let me put it this way. I didn't make up the rules. Something is seriously wrong with you if your eyes are not throbbing or the waterworks are not rolling by the time that the credits are rolling. you know, pierces the heart every time. Setting the emotional damage aside, of course, another reason that this film operates at peak level is just how perfectly in sync all the characters are. Everyone matters. Everyone is working together. Plus, the stakes have never felt this high before in this franchise. And the film's pacing perfectly reflects that by always moving with a sense of urgency. Now, I'll keep stressing this. The best written villains always believe that they are doing the right thing. And Lotso fits in that mold to a T. He's equally as bitter as he is comprehensible. Not only is this the defining entry of the Toy Story films by a landslide, but in my opinion, I haven't seen all of Pixar's films, but this, to me, is the one that cuts the deepest and is their crowning achievement until another movie rolls around. And above all else, it is my personal favorite animated film of all time. Regardless of how many sequels that follow, or how good or bad they turn out, which hasn't happened yet luckily, they just couldn't have written a better possible send-off for both the toys and Andy. So for all those reasons, it comes in at my number one. Ba-bam, ba-bam, and that's going to do it for this episode of Rossi Reviews. Before I sign off, where did I get it right? Where did I get it wrong? Once more, I invite all of you guys to tell me your ranking of all 5 Toy Story movies from your least favorite to your favorites, and I will love to keep this lively discussion going in my comment section, which is why I say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for you taking the time out of your busy days to check my video out. 2026 is one of the most legendary years we've seen in movies, so there's no better time than to join my awesome community of movie lovers that want to keep the spark of cinema alive and talk and be their unapologetic self. I strive for nothing more. But as always, keep on enjoying the movies one scene at a time. It's your boy Urso, over, out, and cut.